Ladies and gents, girls and boys, it's Danny Stewart here for BassJapanDirect.com with another Naked Sound review. And what you heard there at the beginning was this beautiful Dragonfly CL series, Central Line series, so it's the DPB5. It's an active precision bass. It does have a true passive mode as well, which I'm in now. Yeah, and as you can hear, that's with the tone all the way down. It's a wonderful instrument. And by the way, that track is a new track that I'm working on called Midas Touch. I don't know when I'll finish it. I've only got one verse and one chorus done so far, but maybe it'll come out in a few months' time. If you want to follow my music, there is a link below in the description. Really appreciate it. I have very few followers for my music, so I appreciate any support I can get on that. I've got a lot of music out on Spotify and all the digital download platforms, so do go and check it out if you feel so inclined. But anyway, yeah. So what you got here is a high-end precision bass that competes with the likes of like the exotic XP1T, which is also an active precision bass with a 3-band EQ, much like this. This is a little simpler than the XP1T in that it has active and passive mode, so it doesn't have the bright switch that the exotic has. I actually think it's got a mid and bright switch on the exotic, so it's a little bit more versatile, the exotic is. However, I find the overall tone and playability of the Dragonfly to be actually better. The neck is a little bit slimmer than the exotic counterpart, and the preamp is tuned in such a way that I think it's suitable for modern applications for the P bass. With the exotic is quite mid heavy, whereas this, if I put it in active mode, mids are here. Let's just go with the tone full open, and the mid at notch, and the bass and treble boosted. Yeah, so that's kind of like a nice balanced sound, I think, for cutting through the mix and sounding nice and throaty. And then if you wanted to, you could add the mid. It's not too aggressive on the mids. Let's take that down again. And then all the way out. That's mids cut. So you get more of a brittle sound. got very low action on this bass now, by the way. It's super fluid to play, very, very comfortable, and yeah, I think it's just an excellent modern P bass that's going to suit an avid professional for the road or for the studio, whatever, you know, stage, studio. It's ideal, and the circuitry is nice and quiet as well, even in passive mode. Yeah, you can hear there clearly the frequency boost between active and passive. And materials wise, it's pretty close to a classic P bass. You've got an older body with pau ferro on one piece maple neck. Pau ferro is a little bit different in terms of its tonal properties to, excuse me, I've got hay fever today, tonal properties to rosewood, but it's somewhere between rosewood and maple. It's a bit denser than rosewood. So yeah, maybe the tone is a little bit different to a rosewood alder bass, but pau ferro alder is, I think it's close. And to me it sounds great. I love the hardware as well. You've got Goto Resolite tuning pegs, and you've got the 404B05 bridge from Goto, which is a brass bridge with relatively high mass. So it's got good sustain. Let's just check the sustain. Let's think about I'm trying to remember what those chords were. And then we had like a C. And then yeah. That's good. And you know, the fluidity is beautiful, really good. And yeah, I think that I actually sounds pretty good for slap as well, when you scoop the mid down to notch or cut it completely. Yeah, although I mean, you know, it's a P bass, you're not really gonna slap a lot on it. You might yeah, you might play with a pick. I don't play with a pick, I play double thumb. Use my thumb like a pick, but yeah, it's got a little bit of a bark to it as well. Not like It's not like really aggressive in those terms, but it's there. It's got some throatiness. It's got a little bit of a bark and bite. It's very nice. That's just me messing with the mids there. And then finally, let's just go with the treble rolled off and the tone rolled off completely, and just listen to that. And fingerstyle. So nice and big, fat, juicy, warm, round tone. And you can hear depth in it as well. Yeah, it's got like dimension to it, which is nice. Sometimes you get pickups which sound flat. You know, they don't sound three-dimensional. I mean, a lot of it's got to do with pickups, speaker, more so than tone wood, perhaps. But tone wood will give you your frequency responses as well, and you know, wood density can affect the tone as well. But this is a good balance, I think. It's yeah, it's got the depth that you want. It's got the punch that you want as well. It's a little bit more. It's certainly a lot more versatile than having just a passive precision bass. You know, as demonstrated, if you set the mid in the correct position and have the bass and treble boosted, it kind of sounds almost punchy enough to get away with slap, but you know, that's not really something that you're going to do all that often on a precision bass. But there you go, guys. I think it's a fantastic instrument. Thoroughly recommend it. The jazz bass in this series is also really good as well. Another modern jazz bass. I kind of am more interested in this though, because there are so many modern jazz basses out there on the market, but there aren't so many active P basses out in the market, especially in 5 strings. So I think this one is a great choice. It's a little bit cheaper, I think, a little bit cheaper than its exotic counterparts, which tend to be something like, I think they're 380,000 yen. This is like 355 or something. So it's a little bit more reasonable in terms of price, and I think it's, in some ways, it's better. Some people might prefer the exotic preamp tuning and having the extra, the bright switch and the mid switch on there, but I think, you know, if you're talking about a P bass, they're just things you don't particularly, I don't think you really need them. I can see where a bright switch might be useful, but I think this is ample. You know, having the tonal control with the master tone and the 3-band EQ. I think that gives you enough tonal scope, or more than enough, really. Yeah, and the color just beautiful, classic kind of like a Sherwood green. It's not quite as leafy as a Sherwood green. It's a little bit more. It's got a little bit more kind of maybe blue in it than a Sherwood green would have. But maybe it's racing green, perhaps. It's beautiful, whatever it is. So there you go, guys. That's the Dragonfly Central Line Series DPB5. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as it really helps in the algorithm. Alright, thanks a lot as always. See you again soon.